to know when you go through something, how to deal with it. So yeah, go on here. I'm from Germany. I moved abroad and by myself, getting through so many challenges. I can't tell what the fuck, what the F. Yeah, and I wanted to tell you how I deal with ups and downs, with struggling, with not being feeling good enough, with hard times. And I think that's something for everybody because everybody's struggling, right? So maybe you're struggling with something right now and don't know what to do, and maybe I can help you with that because I can tell you the last weeks been hard, and but I think life is always hard, and I don't mean with saying life is hard that life is terrible or awful. No, I don't mean that. With hard, I mean we have always challenges in our lives, and I think we don't get to learn in our past how to get through these challenges, right? Like when I remembered what I learned in my past, like in school, from parents, friends, teachers, coaches, all this stuff, they all gave advices, and I'm very thankful for them. But also going through breakups, or I don't know, maybe it's too much right now, but yeah, I think it's important to know when you go through something how to deal with it. So yeah, go on here. So I'm Laura, hey, and I am right now in Canada in a basement from a friend where I can stay here because right now I am searching a job in Canada and searching an apartment. Very hard. I'm in Vancouver right now, and yeah, been through really rough times the last weeks, especially the last 2 weeks. And yes, so what do I mean with hard times? So I've been through anxieties, I've been through challenges like fear, feeling not good enough, feeling lonely, feeling scared, and feeling all these things inside made me feel different. All these things I felt inside were also felt outside because my body started getting cold and I feel bloated and I'm so stiff with my muscles, and I'm like, yes, whoa, what to do now? Shit. Yeah, but I mean, I quit everything in Germany, so that you know, I quit everything in Germany, my well-paid job. I said goodbye to friends and family. We ended a relationship. I rented my apartment. I still have it, but it's in good hands. So quit everything. So it's starting somewhere new, and starting somewhere new means starting from the beginning, and thinking about, hey, I'm well educated and now I am doing something which I maybe not trained for, like starting from the ground, and feeling ashamed a little bit of it because my education is so good, and now I'm searching jobs which are not for me, and I'm like, how can I think that? And like what I meant is like going through all these different kinds of state of minds, like where do I come from, reflecting, thinking about it, and then like, okay, this kind of mindset thinking isn't working right now for the situation where I am in. So getting another mindset, because you have to survive at some point. Yes, and I want to start with the situation where I felt my probably biggest fear. Let me look this up for a second because I don't know what it calls in English. existence fear. Yeah, I think this makes sense. So, one of my biggest fears are existent fears. I know this back in Germany that this is my biggest fear. I also went to therapy about it, and I did also coachings. I coached myself because I learned how to deal with myself in difficult times in certain kind of ways, blah blah blah. And I think it's very important to know yourself and know yourself better, because don't give this responsibility to someone else. It doesn't make sense for me to say to someone else, hey, deal with me. No, doesn't make sense. So yeah, my biggest fear is existence fears. I hope it's right. And it's still making me weird, feeling uncomfortable inside. And let me tell you about how I've been through my biggest fear. Because I went to downtown Vancouver, opening my bank account, and just getting so weird inside, because every time I need to take the bus, the train, or have to pay something for food and like rental stuff for like right now, I'm getting so anxious inside because I don't have an income right now. I just have my savings, right? And like the savings going lower and lower, and my like spendings, they're not that high because I'm looking on it, but they're still there, right? I mean, I have to eat and I have to live and blah blah blah. And I just been downtown opening my bank account, like in a Canadian bank account, because I need one when I'm going to work here. And I just was at some point like in downtown, I felt like in a very weird movie where like everything is like hustling around myself, and I was standing here and I mean, I know how to breathe, but at some point I felt like I didn't know how to breathe. And I don't know if I was close for having a panic attack, but I knew, okay, there's something very, very weird inside of me going on right now. And out of this fear, because I couldn't see anything, because fear is not bad. I don't want to say fear is bad, but if fear is too much inside of our body, it's too bad. Then it's too much, and then it's not good. And actually, fear was at some point so big in my whole body that I took the wrong train. And here in Vancouver, it's like that. You have to pay first, and then you enter the subway, the train station, whatever. You go in, you take the ride. So first pay, and then go in. In Germany, it's different. And so I paid, and then I figured out, yes, thank you, but I'm in the wrong train. Laura, oh my God, how dumb are you? So, and then my fear inside of me made me exactly what my fear is, like spending too much money and having nothing at the end of the day, like dramatically. So I spend money to get into the wrong train, so I have to get out and find the right train. So after that, I stand just in downtown again, just taking a deep breath. I'm like, oh my God, I want to cry, just cry. And my biggest fear is like having no money, can't afford anything, not even a bus ticket anymore, and being just stuck and going to die. And I know it sounds very hard, and maybe I can't really describe what this means inside of me. And why am I telling you this? To show you that it's, first of all, okay feeling fears inside. It's okay that we have them. And I want to show you also what's more important, to deal with them, because we have to deal which is inside of us, which is not serving us. And fear is in a kind of way serving us, but not the whole time. So at this moment, the fear wasn't serving me. The fear was making it worse. So what did I do? That's probably the thing you want to know, right? What did I do to overcome my fear? And that's the point. You will never overcome your fear. I don't know, when people tell you, oh, you get away and you will never feel your fear again and you will never had bad nightmares and la 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 la. I think that's not true, because I believe that we have to learn to deal with stuff which is feeling uncomfortable and even staying in it comfortable. So I remembered, I told you before, I felt lonely as well. When I felt lonely, right in this area, right in this basement here, I sat on the couch and I cried. Oh my God, I was in bed, I cried. And at some point, I just told myself, okay, you know what? Go into it. Go into it and just feel it. And I recommend you can do this, but attention here. I think you just can do it if you know how to get out there. And I know how to get out there, so I know I have to get deep into the emotions, but I know how to get out. And if you can't do that, because I remember there was one point in my life I didn't know how to get out. So that was the point in my life that I needed help. And I called for help and I got help. And I know we are sometimes so proud, and I don't know why. I mean, I'm like unhealthy, proudly in an unhealthy way. And at some point you have to put your proud, lovely away and say, okay, you know what? That's the time. I need help. So I've been through there, so now I know how to serve myself as well in uncomfortable situations. So I knew diving into the feeling of feeling lonely, feeling alone, feeling not loved, feeling uncomfortable, just with myself. Because I know around me I have still my family, I have my friends, I met people here, they're so warm and they're helping me. So the feeling is just coming out of myself, right? So after I dived in, I'm like, okay, that's how it feels. That's how I feel when I feel lonely. And after staying in there, it's like, okay, it is okay. And it's a kind of acceptance. It's a kind of accepting that I feel lonely right now. And my process, what I learned is I reflect first. So I reflect, oh yes, I'm feeling lonely, very lonely right now. And then accepting it, and accepting through being in there, staying in there. And I'm a person, I figured that out when I went to therapy a few years ago. You have always these peaks, these ups and downs, like you're down and you're going up. And the way between, like from down to up, I can be there so good. So I don't like it, like being in a situation and have to stay there. That's also why probably I have the fear of being stuck in some way, because I think I couldn't handle the feeling being just stuck. And so I always reflect, and I'm very good at reflecting. I reflect very much of myself. Then I started accepting, and I think it's a very hard thing. I mean, accept who you are, and then change, because I learned for myself I cannot change something which I have not accepted before. That's not possible. Is this thing moving? A little bit, or I don't know. Yes, because I believe for myself, if I am not accepting what is right now, there's like a different kind of pressure to change something. Let's say, I think the best example for that is if you want to lose weight. You want to lose weight? Okay, that's totally fine. It doesn't matter what kind of intention that you have to lose weight. If you don't accept where you are right now, maybe overweight, maybe perfect, just want to get in more shape or something, blah, blah, blah. If you don't accept the part where you are right now, there is a different kind of pressure working out and losing that weight instead of accepting, okay, right now I'm overweighted, maybe I'm not in that shape I want to, but that it is the state I am in right now. And now I'm going to change. So that's a different kind of energy too. Yeah. So it's reflect, accept, and change. So and after I've been through this horrible feeling of existence fears, anxiety, and feeling lonely, and just being in there, and of course talking about it, accepting it as well. And what I really could recommend, I think, and you can do this everywhere, is breath exercising. When I did once a yoga session, because I'm doing yoga every day and because I just love it and I think it's important. Our mind is powerful, telling us lies, not lies, everything, but our breath is strong too. And I think just even 2 days ago or something, or maybe yesterday, I don't know, I went again through very anxious thoughts about shit, what is when I don't find a job, and all this stuff. And I just could feel how my stomach gets worse and my neck is getting stiff and it's still stiff. And I just felt how my body reacts to my thoughts, because that's how it works, because your soul can't talk, your body has to talk for your soul. And yeah, I just sit down and did 10 minutes of breath exercising, and yeah, it was better. It was really better. So yeah. So I can tell you right now, if you're dealing with anxiety, with feeling not good enough, and we all feel at some point not good enough, and if you feel lonely, it doesn't matter, if you just feel not good right now, I can recommend you reflect where it comes from. Hard part, accept it, try to accept it, and then change it. How would you like to change it? Think about this. How would you want to feel? How should your environment like? And do breath exercising. Because with breath exercising, you're coming into this present moment. And I tell myself always, when I am in the present, like in this moment right now, everything is okay, and it is. I mean, I'm recording something right now. I'm able to talk. I'm able to think about what I'm talking, what I'm thinking, what I've been through. So right now I'm sitting here and everything is okay. Yes. Short little notice, and I hope I could help you with that. If you want to support me, subscribe my video here, subscribe my podcast, and I link all the information down below, and text me if you need something. I mean, I'm going through some rough times right now, and if you need personal support, I'm here. Just let me know, let me not know. Share this video if you think this is something someone else needs to see, to go through some difficult times. And then we hear us in the next episode. Bye bye.